What if I told you the bottle of cooking oil in your kitchen has a history filled with survival, strange experiments, and even war? Every day, people pour it into hot pans without a second thought. But for thousands of years, cooking oil was something many families could barely afford. Some people cooked with animal fat, others used crushed seeds, some had nothing at all. The strange truth is that one simple liquid helped shape civilizations, trade routes, and even the way we taste food today. Its story is far darker than most people imagine. Imagine waking up thousands of years ago. There are no supermarkets, no plastic bottles lined up on shelves, no labels promising pure or healthy. The morning begins with hard work. You gather firewood, you light a fire, you prepare whatever food your family managed to grow or hunt. But there is one problem. Dry food is difficult to cook. Meat sticks to hot stones. Vegetables burn before they soften. Flavor disappears into the smoke. Every meal becomes a challenge. You search for anything that can make cooking easier. Sometimes it's animal fat saved after a hunt. Sometimes crushed olives. Sometimes sesame seeds. Sometimes nuts. Every drop is precious. Nothing is wasted. Oil is not just an ingredient. It is survival. Without it, cooking becomes harder, food tastes worse, and precious calories are lost. Long before cooking oil became common, people treated it almost like treasure. The dark truth is that producing oil was exhausting. Ancient workers spent hours crushing seeds, nuts, or olives using heavy stones. A single mistake could ruin an entire harvest. Bad weather meant fewer crops. Fewer crops meant less oil. Without enough oil, families struggled to prepare food efficiently. Many cultures depended heavily on animal fat because plant oils were difficult to produce. But animal fat spoiled quickly. It attracted insects. It developed unpleasant smells. During long winters or times of famine, every drop became valuable. Some communities even fought over fertile land where oil-producing plants could grow. The struggle was never only about flavor. It was about survival. Cooking oil preserved food, provided energy, made meals safer, and helped people survive difficult seasons. The bottle sitting quietly in your kitchen was once one of humanity's hardest-earned resources. The story of cooking oil begins with ancient civilizations. Thousands of years ago, people around the Mediterranean discovered that olives could be crushed to release rich golden oil. Ancient Egyptians used oils from sesame and other plants. Across Asia, people extracted oil from seeds long before modern machinery existed. The process required patience. Stone presses slowly squeezed oil from plants. Workers collected every precious drop. Nothing was wasted. As trade expanded, oil traveled across kingdoms and oceans. Merchants carried it alongside spices, grains, and precious goods. It was used for cooking, for medicine, for lamps, even for religious ceremonies. Then came the Industrial Revolution. Machines replaced many of the exhausting manual methods. Oil production became faster, cheaper, more efficient. New crops like sunflower, soybean, and canola entered large-scale production. For the first time, ordinary families could regularly afford cooking oil. A luxury slowly became an everyday necessity. Then, everything changed. Cooking became easier. Food became more consistent. Entire cuisines evolved around frying, roasting, and sautéing. Street food exploded in popularity. Restaurants expanded. Families experimented with new recipes. Before affordable cooking oil, many meals were simple and limited. Afterwards, kitchens became places of endless creativity. One ingredient quietly transformed the taste of the modern world. But here is a surprising fact. Some of the first large-scale vegetable oils were not originally created for cooking. Certain oils were first produced for industrial purposes, including making soap, lubricants, and machinery products. As refining technology improved, scientists developed safer methods for producing edible oils on a much larger scale. Another forgotten fact is that olive oil was once so valuable in some ancient societies that it was stored like treasure and traded across continents. A single ingredient connected civilizations long before modern transportation existed. The next time you pour cooking oil into a pan, remember this: you are using something that once demanded endless labor, precious harvests, and generations of experimentation. A simple bottle now costs only a few dollars, but its history stretches across thousands of years of survival, trade, invention, and human determination. The strangest part is not what's inside the bottle. It's how easily we forget that one of the most ordinary things in our kitchens was once one of the world's greatest treasures. And every meal you cook carries a tiny piece of that forgotten history.